What's going on, everybody? Colby Marchio here from Betting News, and today we are going to be talking baseball betting 101 with our betting guide. Let's get it started. For the most part, this is going to cover MLB and NCAA baseball. For the most part, it is all going to be the same exact verbiage. It's going to have the same exact outlook for the most basic bets, money lines, run lines, and totals. Let's get it going. Let us head over to our website, bettingnews.com. Check out everything, odds, scribbles. If you don't know what scribbles are, since this is Betting 101, that is our write-ups and picks of the day from our fantastic and brilliant staff. Guess who's not one of them? He's talking to you right now. But if you head on over to our baseball guide on our website and check it out, this will be the perfect 101 for beginner bettors for baseball. And let's get it going. Just MLB bets off general. I said money lines. If you don't know what a money line is, it is that team to win. Say you have the New York Yankees, my favorite team. You want them to win, you bet their money line. However, if you want them to cover the run line, which is also just another term for the spread, the run line is usually around 1.5 for baseball. Typically, if a team is playing a very horrendous team, it may get up to 2.5, 3.5. I don't recall anything off the dome being anything higher than that. As somebody who bets baseball all year round, that is that. And then totals, if you are not aware of a total, you bet the over, the under on the amount of runs that is going to be in that game. And then, honestly, baseball has the most options for props in player props, game props, you name it. Team totals, if you're not aware of what a team total is, it is the same as the total for the game, except it's just for that one team. Baseball props, they are the most fun. I am not much of a spread better, money line better, depending on, I am a total guy. I'm a team total guy, first 5 innings, because the first 5 innings is the most important, because you don't really know who's going to come in out of the bullpen. You know who the starting pitcher is, and he's probably going to make at least 5 innings. But if you think he's going to get shelled in the first 5 innings, it's probably why you're betting on it. Or you're betting the under on the other team, vice versa. Player props, you can bet home runs, hits, total bases. If you don't know what total bases is, no, walks do not count as a base. They have to basically one hit, say they get a double, that's 2 bases. Usually guys are around 1.5 if they're really good, or if they're in a different locations. Like a few years ago, the Padres were playing in Mexico, and the elevation there just let the ball fly. Or if they're in Coors Field in Colorado, a guy like Fernando Tatis Jr. is going to have a total base prop of around 2.5, and it's usually at plus money for the most part. Some guys have half a base. Some guys it is very rare for them to get on base. Somebody that I usually look for to have half a base or just to get a hit at plus money is Jake Rogers, the catcher for the Detroit Tigers. I love betting on him because he also has a mustache. Fun, little nugget for you since we're talking about player props. Tip that I give out to everybody, and this is just the way I bet. Baseball is full of value. The books are snoozing in the summertime. They don't focus on baseball as much as they do the NFL, college basketball, college football, and NBA. This is like not many people bet on baseball. Shockingly, when there's nothing going on, people rarely bet baseball. So there's a lot of value. I always suggest to people, if somebody bats in the first 6 spots of the order and they're plus money to get a hit, they will have enough opportunity to record said hit. You can also bet guys record an RBI to steal a base. There are millions and millions of props. Sadly, there are none to go through except for the basics, because we are a month out from baseball season. 41 days as of right now of February 13th until the opening day starts on March 27th. I can't wait. As a baseball diehard that does it from start to finish, cannot wait. So yes, for those props, you can bet the over and the under on. I am petrified, just like the public, to bet unders on a player prop. I've never done it in baseball. I've done it for other sports like basketball, but baseball, I only do it with pitchers. However, I do it with pitchers. Pitcher under strikeouts is fantastic. It is exhilarating. It is very fun to do, but I would never do it for a hitter. A guy to get under half a hit, under 1.5 bases. I am not going to do that. It's baseball. Pitchers can miss their spots. They can throw the wrong pitch. They don't throw it fast enough. They miss their spot, like I said. And a guy just gets a little bloop right over the shortstop's head. That happens every single day in the baseball season. Let's scroll down to MLB live betting. Very crucial. Very crucial. I do not suggest anybody to live bet that is not watching a game. That is just beyond degeneracy and just not fun if you're not watching, unless you really know what you're doing. And I will get to what I'm talking about in a second, but it's just not, there's no reason to. It's more fun to bet live if you're watching the game at the game. However, when you know a guy is going to get walked, I'm going to use the example of Juan Soto. Juan Soto last year was due for a walk every single time he was in a lineup, every single game. He is a walking machine. You can go look at the stats. His walk prop sometimes was around minus 210, which is not worth paying ever. However, typically, if he wasn't to walk in his first at bat, you could possibly get his walk at minus 140, 125, even money possibly. That is just significant value because you know he's going to be at the top of the order. He's going to get at least 3 or 4 more at-bats after that first at-bat, depending on how well the team is playing that day. It is always worth taking a guy like Juan Soto to get a hit, to get a walk. Outside of that, I am not a big fan of live betting. I do have certain systems that I do that I can get into in another time with first 5 innings team totals. I usually would take a team that didn't do anything in the first 5, and I like them to do something in the first 5, and they went scoreless. 6th inning live to score a run is a fun one. But if you want to do a deeper analysis on what I do, you can follow me at C_Marchio2 on Twitter. And don't forget to follow at Your Betting News as well on all platforms. And I tell everybody, there's millions of bets for baseball, millions. I feel like it is the one sport that has infinite amount of bets. All sports have a ton of bets, but baseball just seems to have the most options. There's a million bets out there. We're trying to find the winners every single day. Let's go down to parlays, SGPs. If you aren't aware what a parlay is, it's when you take one leg, a leg being one bet, one prop, whatever, and you pair it with another bet, and then you got a parlay. Same game parlay, this same game, and you got a couple of plays. SGPs, I call them silly goose parlays. Did I come up with that saying knowing it was SGP? No, I did not. Someone had to point it out. I was a genius without knowing it. A lot of books will offer boosts and bonuses on these. On my day-to-day gambling with baseball, I do a lot of same-game parlays, but I don't get crazy. I don't get nutty. I'm very responsible, humble brag, humble flex, pat on the back. My parents would be absolutely proud. I do hit parlays. You can take 2 guys to get a hit, 3 guys to get a hit, try to get as best odds as I possibly can. Typically, I do not like doing those if they're in the minus 110s, 125s, or lower. Baseball is full of value. Find the best value you possibly can. Future betting. I have a couple scribbles out right now. Betting News, you can check them out. Go to the baseball page. You'll see them there, or just click my name on the website. You will find them. I have written about Seattle, Arizona, Texas, very high on Texas this year in 2025. And then I have a couple of home run props. You can bet guys to lead the league in home runs, guys to lead the league in hits, strikeouts, win the World Series, MVP, AL, NL, Rookie of the Year, Cy Young, and all of the above. There's usually, and win totals. Don't forget win totals. I have a couple of those out as well. You can take guys' home run totals. I think Judge is sitting around 50.5 home runs this year. Under. Don't even think about it. Do you know how many home runs is 50? I know who we're talking about. That is just a ton. And yeah, that's basic. That's the most basic MLB betting there. You can check out more about our World Series betting as well. Eddie did a fantastic job. If you're not following Eddie, go follow Eddie and check out all of his scribbles. Let's go to the top. Eddie Griffin is a fantastic writer for us, just like everybody else on the staff. And if you have any other questions, concerns, you know where to find me on Twitter. I am always available, always here to help. I love nothing more than helping you guys. I'm very transparent in what I do. It's the most important thing when it comes to gambling. I hope you guys have a great one. Have a great MLB season. It's going to be fantastic. This has been Baseball Betting 101 with Your Betting News.